The US and Israel struck Iran preemptively, saying they were concerned about Iran's expanding arsenal. From ballistic missiles to attack drones, these are the weapons that heightened alarms and drove tensions to the edge. Watch the full video to learn about Iran's capabilities. We start our list with ballistic and hypersonic missiles. Fateh 1, Iran's first hypersonic missile, capable of Mach 13 to 15 and a range of around 1,400 kilometers, believed to be in limited operational service with perhaps a few dozen units. Its maneuvering ability makes it highly challenging to intercept with current regional defenses. Fateh 2. The follow-up adds a hypersonic glide vehicle that glides through the atmosphere at speeds exceeding Mach 15. Range is estimated near 1,500 kilometers. Production numbers are unclear, but believed to be an early deployment, making it a highly advanced strike asset within the national arsenal. Khorramshahr 1, a liquid-fueled heavyweight with a range of about 2,000 kilometers and a warhead over 1,800 kilograms. Operational stocks are estimated around 50 units. Its sheer payload capacity makes it one of the heaviest conventional ballistic missiles Iran has ever fielded. Khorramshahr 2, an improved version with better guidance and a range pushed beyond 2,000 kilometers. Estimates suggest a few dozen are active. Enhanced accuracy means it poses a greater threat to regional infrastructure during a precision strike. Khorramshahr 4, also called K-Bar. This is a highly refined, liquid-fueled ballistic missile variant. It carries a 1,500 kilogram warhead over 2,000 kilometers at high terminal velocity. Believed to number in the dozens, it is designed to evade modern layered air defense systems. Sejil, a solid-fueled missile with a range of around 2,500 kilometers. It requires no pre-launch fueling and can be fired within minutes. Estimated stockpiles range from 25 to 50 units. Its rapid readiness makes it a significant tactical concern during an emerging conflict. Next, Shihab 1, the early basis of the program, based on the Soviet Scud-B, with a range of roughly 300 kilometers. Iran operated hundreds of these during the Iran-Iraq War. Most are now retired, but the lessons learned influenced various missiles that followed. Shihab 2, a range upgrade to around 500 kilometers, gave this Scud variant the reach to strike deeper into enemy territory. Iran is estimated to have had over 100 in service at peak. Most are now obsolete, but some variants remain in storage. Shahab 3, perhaps the most known Iranian missile, with a range near 1,300 kilometers and a warhead around 760 kilograms. Estimates suggest several hundred were produced. It brought many prominent Middle Eastern locations within striking distance for the first time. Ghada 110, a refined Shahab 3 variant with a separating warhead and improved range near 1,800 kilometers. Its modified nose cone gives it better re-entry performance and accuracy. Estimated at a few dozen operational units, it is a capable and harder to intercept system. K-Bar Shakan, a solid-fueled missile with a range of 1,450 kilometers, it weighs significantly less than older designs for fast deployment. Estimated at around 50 operational units. Its maneuvering terminal phase makes it a notable challenge for modern regional defense interceptors. Imad, Iran's first missile with a maneuverable re-entry vehicle, giving it a range of 1,700 kilometers with steerable precision. A few dozen are believed to be active. The ability to steer after atmospheric re-entry increases hit probability against specific regional military point targets. Haj Qasem, named after General Soleimani, this solid-fueled missile reaches out to 1,400 kilometers with a precision seeker in the nose. Estimated at around 25 to 50 units. Its combination of speed, range, and accuracy makes it a notable tactical asset during potential regional conflicts. Next, Dezful, an extended-range version of the Zulfiqar, stretching reach to around 1,000 kilometers. Estimated production is modest, likely under 50 units. Its upgraded warhead and terminal accuracy allow it to threaten well-defended infrastructure in the surrounding area. Ra'ad 500. Using advanced carbon fiber construction, this solid-fueled missile weighs half of older designs, but covers 500 kilometers just as effectively. Numbers are limited, likely under 30 units. Its lightweight airframe allows faster, more mobile deployment from concealed launch positions. Fateh 110, a solid-fueled, short-range workhorse with a 300-kilometer range and a 450-kilogram warhead. Iran is estimated to hold several hundred in stock. Its fast launch time and reliability have made it a widely exported ballistic system within the current inventory. Then, Fateh 313, a composite-bodied evolution of the Fateh 110, stretching range to around 500 kilometers while maintaining the payload size, estimated at a few dozen active units. The use of modern materials demonstrates an ongoing engineering effort to extend range from proven designs. Zulfiqar, with a 700-kilometer range and an electro-optical seeker for terminal guidance, this missile was used in live strikes in Syria. Iran is believed to hold around 50 to 100 units. Its real-world combat record makes it a proven and functionally reliable system within the inventory. Qiam-1. By eliminating the fins, this 800-kilometer finless ballistic missile has a smaller radar signature than standard designs. Estimated active inventory is around 50 units. The internal guidance system keeps it stable without external fins, an engineering approach to reduce its radar profile. Now let's look at cruise and anti-ship missiles. Sumar, a long-range cruise missile derived from Soviet Kh-55 technology, flying at low altitude over ranges up to 2,500 kilometers. Numbers are believed to be limited, under 50 units. Its terrain-hugging profile makes it more difficult to detect early on conventional radar systems. Hoveza, an evolved cruise missile with a declared range of 1,350 kilometers, designed to strike deep inside defended territory at low altitude. Production numbers are estimated in the dozens. It significantly extends the reach of the ground-launched cruise missile force throughout the surrounding area. Then, Parveh, a containerized cruise missile with a range around 1,650 kilometers, designed for saturation attacks from mobile launchers, estimated at a few dozen units. Because the launchers look like ordinary shipping containers, locating and destroying them before launch remains highly challenging. Next, Abu Mahdi, an anti-ship cruise missile with a range of 1,000 kilometers, capable of mid-flight course corrections to defeat interceptors. Numbers are limited but growing. It encourages hostile naval forces to operate at significantly increased standoff distances from the Iranian coastline. Qadr, a sea or land-launched anti-ship missile with a range around 300 kilometers and an improved radar seeker for reliability. Iran is estimated to operate several dozen. It was specifically engineered to target naval vessels operating within or passing through the Persian Gulf. The next one, Ghadir, an upgraded anti-ship missile, pushing range to around 300 kilometers, optimized for controlling the Strait of Hormuz. Believed to be in service in the dozens, any surface vessel transiting the waterway will likely operate inside of its effective engagement envelope. Nasser-1, a lightweight coastal defense missile with a 35-kilometer range, small enough to mount on fast patrol boats. Iran operates hundreds of these across its coastal force. Flying just meters above the waves, it gives even a tiny patrol boat potent strike capability. Khalij-Fars, a supersonic anti-ship ballistic missile with a 300-kilometer range, diving onto targets at speeds exceeding Mach 3. Iran claims to operate dozens of these. Its steep diving attack profile complicates the interception efforts by close-in weapon systems on warships. Next, Hormuz-1, an anti-radiation missile designed to home in on enemy radar emissions with a range around 300 kilometers. Numbers are believed to be limited. Firing this weapon forces opposing radar operators to shut down or risk sustaining severe damage to their primary air defense sensors. Hormuz-2 shares the Hormuz-1 airframe, but swaps to an active seeker for targeting moving ships at ranges up to 300 kilometers. Production is estimated in the dozens. Its dual-role design means a single launcher can target both radar systems and naval vessels simultaneously. Nor, a locally produced version of the Chinese C-802 with a range around 170 kilometers and a battle-proven track record. Iran operates an estimated 100 to 200 units across land and naval platforms. Its combat use against Israeli ships in 2006 demonstrated its effectiveness as an operational weapon. Next up, unmanned aerial vehicles. Drones. Shahed 136, a loitering munition with a range of 2,500 kilometers, carrying a 50-kilogram warhead at a cost of under $20,000 each. Iran has produced thousands, with hundreds transferred to Russia. Its cheapness and swarm potential are what make it highly disruptive across modern combat environments. Shahed 131, a smaller sibling with a 900-kilometer range and a lighter 15-kilogram warhead, but even cheaper to mass produce. Thousands are believed to be in inventory. When launched in mixed swarms alongside the Shahed 136, the combined attack is highly challenging to counter economically. Shahed 129, Iran's main combat drone, with 24 hours of endurance and a range near 1,700 kilometers while carrying 4 precision-guided munitions, estimated at over 100 units in service. Reverse-engineered from captured US technology, it serves as the backbone of long-range strike operations. Shahed 149, Gaza. A large male drone comparable to the American Reaper, able to carry up to 13 munitions and fly at high altitude for extended missions. Operational numbers are limited, likely under 20. Its payload capacity represents a notable advancement in Iran's ability to conduct sustained precision strike campaigns. Shahed 171 Simorgh, a flying wing stealth drone reverse-engineered from a captured US RQ-170 Sentinel, with low radar cross-section optimized for deep penetration. Numbers are very limited, believed under 10. Its very existence highlights domestic efforts to analyze captured Western technology for their own platforms. Shahed 191, a compact jet-powered stealth drone with an estimated range of 450 kilometers, small enough to launch from a truck roof. Numbers are believed to be in the low dozens. Its speed and low signature give it a tactical strike capability against regional military installations. Now this is the Mahajer-1, the drone that started it all during the Iran-Iraq War, with a modest range of about 50 kilometers and a simple camera payload. Most are long retired. Its contribution was proving that even basic aerial surveillance could shift the outcome of tactical engagements. Mahajer-2, an improved scout with better cameras and extended range up to 100 kilometers. Many were exported to Hezbollah and other allies. Though largely superseded now, hundreds were built, and it served as the foundation for everything that came after in the program. Next, Mahajer-3. Better composite materials and upgraded electronics pushed endurance and range further. Still used in training and secondary roles, its production run was significant, cementing the idea that mass-produced, affordable drones could provide sustained tactical advantages over traditional manned military aircraft. Mahajer-4, a tactical drone with a range of about 150 kilometers, widely exported to proxy forces across the region. Hundreds are estimated to be in combined service with Iran and its allies. Its small launch platform makes it easy to hide and deploy in diverse combat environments. Next, Mahajer-5. Upgraded engines and a higher payload capacity gave this variant real strike potential alongside its surveillance role. Estimated at several dozen in Iranian service, it served as the critical bridge between simple observation platforms and the armed multi-role drones that define the current fleet. Next, Mahajer-6, a modern dual-role drone with a 200-kilometer range, able to carry smart bombs from short, unprepared runways. Iran operates dozens and has exported them widely. Its combination of versatility and affordability has made it one of the most commercially successful items in the defense catalogue. Up next, Mahajer-10, the latest evolution in the line, a male-class UAV with extended endurance, long range, and a substantial strike payload. Numbers are currently limited, in the low dozens. It represents the current ceiling of domestically produced reconnaissance and strike drone capability. Ababil-2, a simple, multi-role platform with a range around 100 kilometers, used as both a kamikaze weapon and a training target. Thousands have been built, making it one of the most produced drones in the inventory. Its low unit cost allows it to be deployed extensively during attrition warfare. Now this is the Ababil-3, a larger surveillance drone with a twin-tail airframe, extended endurance, and a range near 200 kilometers. Several dozen are estimated in service. It has been used extensively to monitor Gulf shipping lanes and international naval movements for years without incident. The next one, Ababil-4, the latest Ababil variant, features upgraded sensors and hardened communication links resistant to electronic jamming. Numbers are limited, under 30 units. Its resistance to modern electronic warfare environments makes it far more survivable than earlier generations in contested airspace. Ababil-5, A capable, long-endurance variant with improved strike and ISR systems, built on decades of platform refinement, estimated at a few dozen in service. Its ability to loiter over the Persian Gulf for extended periods makes it a constant and persistent intelligence-gathering asset. Arash-2, a large loitering anti-radiation drone with a range estimated near 2,000 kilometers, purpose-built to hunt radar installations. Numbers are believed to be in the dozens. Its arrival signals a shift toward dedicating specialized kamikaze drones to targeting sophisticated regional air defense networks. Kara, a turbojet-powered drone with a top speed near 900 kilometers per hour and a range of around 1,000 kilometers, estimated at a few dozen in service. Its speed bridges the gap between slow propeller drones and manned aircraft, enabling rapid strike or interception missions. Fotros, one of the largest drones in the fleet, with over 30 hours of endurance, a ceiling above 7,600 meters, and a range near 2,000 kilometers. Likely fewer than 20 are operational. It can carry multiple missiles simultaneously, functioning as a theoretical long-range precision strike platform. Now this is the Kian, a truck-launched jet-powered drone with an estimated range of 700 kilometers, designed for long-range strike missions. Production numbers are believed to be limited. Its ability to be concealed and deployed from any road gives it a survivability advantage over fixed launch infrastructure. Now this is the Yasir, reverse-engineered from a captured American Scan Eagle. This small scout has a range around 200 kilometers and a tiny radar signature. Iran operates a few dozen, including ship-launched variants. Its origins in captured technology make it a notable example of successfully replicated foreign technology. Now let's look at air defense systems. Bavar 373, Iran's flagship air defense system, capable of engaging targets at ranges up to 200 kilometers and altitudes up to 27 kilometers using vertical launch missiles. A handful of batteries are believed operational. Built entirely domestically after Russia delayed the S-300 sale, it highlights their domestic engineering capabilities. Khordad 15, a mobile medium-range system engaging targets up to 150 kilometers away using locally produced missiles. Several batteries are in service. Its ability to simultaneously track multiple targets while remaining mobile enough to reposition before a counterstrike makes it highly challenging to neutralize. Third Khordad, famous for shooting down a US RQ-4 Global Hawk in 2019. This system engages targets at ranges up to 75 kilometers. Dozens of launchers are deployed across the country. Its fame has made it a symbol of domestic defense credibility and a capable threat against reconnaissance overflights. Mersad. Built around upgraded American Hawk missile components, this system engages targets at medium altitudes up to 40 kilometers range. Iran operates several batteries. By modernizing the seekers and motors of legacy hardware, engineers extended the service life of these systems by decades at minimal cost. Talash, a long-range system firing the Sayad-2 and Sayad-3 missiles at targets up to 120 kilometers away at high altitude. Several batteries protect critical sites. It acts as the outer layer of Iran's layered air defense architecture, designed to engage threats before they release their standoff weapons. Now this is the S-300 PMU-2, a capable Russian air defense system, with engagement ranges up to 200 kilometers and the ability to track over 100 simultaneous targets. Iran operates around 4 to 6 batteries. Its acquisition in 2016 fundamentally changed the calculus for any nation planning a strike on Iranian nuclear sites. Tor M1, a short-range Russian system engaging targets up to 12 kilometers while in motion at speeds up to 36 kilometers per hour. Iran operates around 29 units, acquired in 2007. It provides point defense for high-value assets and was incorrectly utilized in the tragic 2020 downing of a Ukrainian airliner. Rad, a domestically developed medium-range system with a 50-kilometer engagement envelope using a 3-round launcher. Several batteries are deployed. Designed to fill the coverage gap between short-range point defenses and longer-range strategic systems, it is a key layer in the overall air defense network. Tabas, a mobile surface-to-air system with Russian technological roots capable of engaging multiple targets at medium ranges simultaneously. Limited numbers are believed in service. Its mobility allows it to protect moving convoys and forward operating bases in ways that fixed installations simply cannot. Moving on to fighter and attack aircraft. F-14AM Tomcat. Originally purchased in the 1970s, Iran's fleet of roughly 40 airworthy Tomcats has been upgraded with local radar and AIM-54 Phoenix equivalents. The domestically produced Fakor 90 missiles have a comparable stated range. Despite age and sanctions, it remains the primary heavy interceptor in the fleet. F-4DE Phantom II. Around 60 Phantoms remain in varying states of airworthiness, kept flying through resourceful local maintenance under decades of sanctions. With a payload of over 8,000 kilograms, it remains a capable ground attack platform, despite being over 50 years old in some cases. F-5EF Tiger II. Roughly 60 Tiger II-IS remain in service, valued for their simplicity and ease of maintenance. With a top speed of Mach 1.6 and a modest weapons load, they handle quick intercept and light attack duties. They also became the template for several domestically produced fighter designs. Sukhoi Su-35SE, Iran's most modern fighter, procured from Russia recently, with an expected total delivery size of 24 aircraft. With a combat radius exceeding 1,600 kilometers and highly maneuverable thrust vectoring engines, it is a significant technological upgrade over anything else in the Iranian inventory. Sukhoi Su-24MK. Around 30 Su-24 bombers remain operational, with a combat radius of 600 kilometers and a payload capacity of 8,000 kilograms. Many flew to Iran from Iraq during the Gulf War. Its variable sweep wing allows it to operate from shorter runways while still carrying a heavy strike load. Now this is the Sukhoi Su-22. Roughly 40 Su-22 ground attack jets are still in the fleet, recently upgraded to carry modern precision munitions. With a combat radius around 550 kilometers, they are a cost-effective way to deliver a heavy weapons load against fixed ground targets near their borders. Next, Sukhoi Su-25. Around 13 Su-25 close air support jets are believed operational, protected by thick titanium armor and capable of absorbing significant battle damage. With a 250-kilometer combat radius and heavy cannon and rocket armament, they historically offered close air support during localized engagements. MiG-29. About 25 to 30 MiG-29s form a core part of the air superiority force, with a top speed of Mach 2.25 and a combat radius of 700 kilometers. Acquired from the Soviet Union, they function as short-range defensive interceptors against potential border airspace incursions. Dassault Mirage F1. Around 20 Mirage F1s were absorbed into the inventory after fleeing Iraq during the Gulf War. With a combat radius of 425 kilometers, they have been partially integrated despite the unusual circumstances of their acquisition and the challenges of supporting French-origin aircraft under sanctions. Chengdu F-7M Air Guard. A Chinese development of the Soviet MiG-21 with a top speed of Mach 2 and a modest weapons load. Iran operates around 24 of these for border interception duties. Their low operating cost and simple maintenance make them well suited to high-tempo defensive patrol operations. Up next, Hisa Kausa, a domestically developed light fighter with a fully digital glass cockpit, built on the F-5 airframe. A small number, estimated under 20, have entered service. While performance is modest, its development proved that Iran can design, integrate, and field advanced avionics, utilizing primarily domestic resources. The next one, Hesa Seika, a reverse-engineered F-5 variant with twin tail fins, improving maneuverability over the original design. Around 24 are believed to be in service. It represents a deliberate effort to extract more combat performance from a 1960s airframe, using domestic engineering and upgraded flight control modifications. Hisa Azaraksh, Iran's first indigenous fighter, derived from the F-5 with locally produced components. Only a small number, perhaps 8 to 12, are operational. Its significance is historical rather than tactical, proving for the first time that Iran could independently reverse engineer and fly a complete combat aircraft. Yasin, a new domestically developed jet trainer built to prepare pilots for high-performance combat aircraft. Small numbers are entering service. By producing its own advanced trainer, Iran reduces dependence on foreign training pipelines, and ensures a steady flow of qualified pilots for its currently modernizing squadrons. Continuing with transport, tanker, and special mission aircraft. P-3F Orion, 5 P-3F maritime patrol aircraft were originally delivered before the revolution, and a few remain airworthy today. With a patrol range of 4,400 kilometers and 12 hours of endurance, each aircraft can conduct broad surveillance across the Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman maritime zones. Boeing 707 tanker. Around 10 707s were converted into aerial refueling tankers from the original purchase. Each can offload over 90,000 kilograms of fuel, extending fighter range by thousands of kilometers. Without them, the combat radius of many older aircraft in the fleet would be dramatically reduced. Boeing 747 tanker. A small number of 747s were converted into tanker transports, each capable of offloading substantial fuel quantities to support heavy aircraft on long-range missions. They represent one of the largest flying refueling platforms currently utilized by any regional military force in operation today. Then, Ilyushin Il-76. Around 20 Il-76 heavy transports are in service, each capable of lifting 50,000 kilograms of cargo over a range of 4,000 kilometers. Several were seized from Iraq. They form the backbone of strategic airlift, moving troops and heavy equipment between internal military bases. C-130 Hercules. Approximately 15 to 20 C-130s remain airworthy, kept flying through continuous local maintenance despite a total spare parts embargo. With a range of 3,800 kilometers and the ability to land on unprepared strips as short as 900 meters, they remain the most tactically flexible transport in service. Now let's look at helicopters. AH-1J Sea Cobra. Around 50 AH-1J attack helicopters remain in varying states of readiness, armed with tow missiles and a 20mm 3-barrel cannon. A combat radius of about 275 kilometers makes them a persistent threat to light armor and patrol vessels operating near the coast. The next one, Hisa Tufan. A domestically produced attack helicopter evolved from the AH-1J airframe, upgraded with modern anti-tank missiles and Iranian electronics. Around 50 are estimated in service. Its development showed that Iran could sustain and advance an attack helicopter capability, primarily relying on reverse engineering and local manufacturing efforts. MilMe-28NE, a Russian-origin night hunter attack helicopter, recently acquired by Iran in a small batch. Armed with a 30mm cannon and 16 anti-tank missiles, it can engage targets at 6 kilometers range in total darkness. It is by far the most capable attack helicopter in the entire inventory. Now this is the MilMe-17. Around 30 Mi-17 utility helicopters provide the backbone of troop transport, able to carry 36 soldiers or 4,000 kilograms of cargo at a range of 580 kilometers. Their rugged simplicity and ease of maintenance make them ideal for sustained operations in harsh desert and mountain environments. Now this is the CH-47C Chinook. Around 30 CH-47C Chinooks remain in service, each capable of lifting 12,700 kilograms over a range of 370 kilometers. Originally bought from the US and Italy, they are the heaviest lift helicopters in the inventory and irreplaceable for moving artillery and vehicles over mountains. SH-3 Sea King. A small number of SH-3 anti-submarine helicopters remain active, equipped with dipping sonar and lightweight torpedoes. With a range of 1,000 kilometers, a single Sea King can patrol large maritime segments of the Persian Gulf. They are vital for monitoring subsurface activity in coastal waters. RH-53D Sea Stallion. A handful of RH-53D mine countermeasures helicopters remain operational, some originally purchased and others recovered from the failed 1980 US hostage rescue mission. With a towing payload for minesweeping gear and a range of 870 kilometers, they are essential for keeping strategic waterways open. Bell 214. Around 40. Bell 214s continue in utility and transport roles, originally designed to meet Iranian military specifications for operations in hot and high conditions. With a payload of 2,270 kilograms and reliable high-altitude performance, they remain uniquely suited to Iran's mountainous interior terrain. Bell 206. Over 100 Bell 206s were acquired before the revolution, with dozens still flying in scout, liaison, and training roles. Light and nimble, with a range of 700 kilometers, they are the most numerous rotary wing asset and serve as the entry-level aircraft for most Iranian military pilots. Ending with naval assets, naval mines. Iran holds an estimated stock of 2,000 to 5,000 naval mines of various types. Even a partial deployment of a few hundred in the Strait of Hormuz could temporarily disrupt a large portion of global daily oil traffic. They remain the single most cost-effective strategic deterrent in the naval arsenal. Tareq-class submarine, 3-kilo-class diesel-electric submarines, form the heavy underwater arm, capable of traveling 6,000 kilometers on a single charge at economical speed. Each carries 18 torpedoes or mines. Their extremely quiet electric drive makes them a notably challenging underwater vessel for regional navies to track passively. Fateh-class submarine. 2 Fateh-class submarines are in service, each displacing 600 tons and capable of launching lightweight anti-ship weapons from submerged positions in coastal waters. Domestically built, they bridge the gap between small coastal boats and the heavier Kilo class and represent a significant indigenous shipbuilding achievement. Now this is the Ghadir-class submarine. Around 20 Ghadir midget submarines operate in the shallow waters of the Persian Gulf, each small enough to reduce active sonar signatures. Armed with 2 torpedoes and capable of laying mines, they are specifically designed to target naval vessels in the confined, cluttered waters of the Gulf. Up next, Mouj-class frigate. Around 6 Mouj-class frigates are in service, each displacing 1,500 tons and armed with anti-ship missiles, torpedoes, and surface-to-air weapons. With a range of 3,000 nautical miles, they are the primary surface combatants capable of conducting maritime patrols outside of the Persian Gulf. Shahid Soleimani-class corvette. A new class of stealthy corvette with a twin-hull design and vertical launch missile cells, believed to be entering service in small numbers. Its radar-deflecting hull reduces its signature significantly. Packed with modern weapons in a small hull, it reflects a relatively complex engineering effort in local shipbuilding. Then, fast attack craft. Iran operates over 1,000 fast attack craft of various sizes across the IRGC Navy and regular Navy. Armed with machine guns, rockets, and light missiles, their doctrine centers on employing asymmetric swarm tactics against vessels in the confined waters of the Strait of Hormuz. Then, Makran base ship. A converted supertanker displacing over 120,000 tons, the Makran acts as a floating forward base, capable of supporting helicopters, small boats, and supplying fuel across vast distances. With this vessel, Iran can sustain naval operations and maintain limited logistical support capabilities during extended deployments in international maritime zones.